You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is BMORE Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? It's me, Lady T, and this is BMORE Lifestyle from Studio B at Fox Baltimore. There's a lot going on right now, so let's get to it. Meteorologist Jonathan Myers is here with us, along with our very own Terra Reeves and lifestyle expert Josh McBride. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so let me tell you right now. The Masked Singer is back with COVID restrictions, of course. There are 16 new singers this season. You've got the crocodile, you've got the giraffe, the dragon, the sun, the snow owls, the popcorn, the squiggly monster, the lips, the jellyfish, the whatchamacallit, the mushroom, the gremlin, the broccoli, the serpent, and seahorse, and a baby alien. So we're already getting the first clues. Here's one for the dragon.
Hi, I'm the dragon, and I'm ready to roar, soar, and show off my folklore. I just want to make my audience happy, so when someone needs cheering up, enter the dragon.
Wow, what a clue. So what are your guesses? Tara, start me off. What do you think?
Well, I know from week one, whenever we first started talking about the Masked Singer, I was instantly drawn to the dragon. I mentioned Dave Portnoy, the owner of Barstool Sports, just because I feel like many of the clues kind of went with his MO. And he recently started Davey Day Trader Global. And it talks about in his last big secret clue to find him in stocks and bonds. And he's even been on Fox talking about stocks. He met with President Trump. And so I feel like that's a big clue for him. So I'm going to go with my gut and say Dave Portnoy.
What? Okay, all right. So, Jonathan, what do you think?
I'm masked up. I'm ready.
I see.
I'm ready for this. Is like, you know, like the Ravens game, and like you get dressed up like a whistlehead or something like that. Well, that's what. Honestly, I have not watched the previous seasons that much, so I got it. You know, I got two boys at home, so it's just like nuts. So I just fall asleep at like 5 o'clock. It's ridiculous. So you know, I'm not going to have a really good idea. But so I agree with Terra.
Okay.
I like Tara's idea, the Barstool.
You know what? I understand. Well, Josh, what do you think? Really quickly, tell me, quick.
I mean, Tara's answer was pretty strategic. I didn't go that way at all. I've watched the seasons prior to this. The only thing I could think of, and it doesn't make any sense because I'm not a folklore, listener. I was thinking Dragon, Cisco, Unleash the Dragon. Shout out to the producers though who write these things.
Yo, Josh,
I mean, these
we are on the same
little
page.
lines. Shout out to them.
I definitely agree. It could be Cisco. I was thinking Jet Li.
Guy,
but I was also thinking Eddie Murphy because remember he was in Mulan and he was a dragon. So I thought it could be him too. Those are great guesses. Okay, up next, the popcorn.
I'm Popcorn, and I'm here to prove that next to me, my competition is just popcorn shrimp. Not to put salt in their wounds, but my voice is like butter. That golden mask will be mine in a jiffy.
All right, that's a tough one. Like, what do you guys think? Josh, tell me. You go first.
There was no clues to that. I heard popcorn and Jiffy, but Jiffy is popcorn. That's not a clue. That was Tara. I tossed to Tara because I have no idea on that.
Not with you tapping out. Okay, Tara, give me your guesses.
Okay, well, the guys should be appreciative. I did make notes. I don't know if you can see. I was like frantically writing. I'm with Josh. The producers of this show coming up with these clues, crazy. I was going to guess maybe Angelina Jolie because one of the clues was mirror, mirror on the wall. And I know that she was in the new Snow White movie. But then with it being popcorn, I was like, maybe it's someone from Iowa, like the corn state. And I know that Angelina's from LA. So my hunch just says Angelina Jolie.
Okay.
So
wow.
That's my guess.
Okay.
Tara goes intense.
Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so Jonathan, do you think...
Tara, that's a great idea.
Okay, so you just agree with Tara. I was going to say Drew Barrymore because it was giving me like, young Drew Barrymore kind of vibes. So I was kind of thinking that. But, that's kind of interesting. Okay, so now here's your first clue about the giraffe.
My competitors may think giraffes are only here to graze, but on the September 23rd premiere of Masked Singer, I'll show them that I'm here to move and groove.
Okay, that was a little bit weird. I don't know about that. The giraffe. Okay, tell me real quick, Josh, who do you think?
All I'm stuck on is move and groove, disco era, roller skating. I mean, Terra, you probably have notes.
Okay, Terra.
Terra.
He's like, pass to Terra.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Have you guys seen Hamilton?
Yes.
The Hamilton on Disney Plus. Okay.
Yes.
So I was kind of guessing they had extra security. It was like a regal feel, and I know that King George was getting a lot of publicity after that aired on Disney Plus. So I was like, maybe it's the actor who played King George in Hamilton, because it was like a regal feel,
yeah.
and I know that. You know, that's all I could really decipher from the clues that were given.
I remember him, the handsome one. Jonathan, any guess?
Yeah.
Now I just feel like a total dork. So anyway, I'm like a total dad and I have no idea. So Terra, that's a great idea.
What if it's, I was going to say John
Thank you.
Travolta, but that was, you know what, those are some good
So
guesses. You
uncool.
guys have much better guesses than I did. Now, it's your turn to tell it. Which of these stars is most likely to be a contestant on The Masked Singer? Wendy Williams, Neil Patrick Harris, Emily Blunt, or Peyton Manning? Head to foxbaltimore.com/vote and let us know, or go on the Fox 45 News app. Under Explore, you can find the spot to vote. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks. Head to your next concert while staying socially distant. The iHeartRadio Music Fest is coming up fast. The big names you could see soon. Also, your pets can also feel depression and anxiety at times. Next, how you can make sure your pets are feeling better in no time.
You're watching BMORE Lifestyle.
Just like humans, our pets experience depression and even anxiety at times throughout their lives. This can be disruptive to any family household. But Dr. Devin Smith tells us why doggy meds only may not fix the problem and where you could turn for more help.
One of the most common reasons dogs end up in my exam room or are returned to or dropped off at a shelter are behavioral issues. These can range from excessive barking or whining to destructive behavior like chewing. Often, these are manifestations of one form or another of anxiety. I cannot stress to you enough that while anxiolytic medications are often warranted in these cases, the most important part of behavioral modification, in my opinion, is seeking the opinion of an applied animal behaviorist or a board-certified veterinary behaviorist. There is simply not a magical pill that will fix the issue, and most animals need a multimodal approach through behavioral modification and medication to help correct the issue. Connect with us at our station website by looking up For Pet's Sake. We'd also love to see your favorite pet moments that you can share with our community. Go to our news app, click Explore, chime in, and upload your pet-tastic photos.
Great entertainment is coming up this Sunday and Monday with the iHeartRadio Music Festival on our sister station, the CW Baltimore. Host Ryan Seacrest gives us a preview.
This is unique. This is the 10th one. This year, the notion comes up, let's try and create these performances that people have been missing in full scale, big, live, plugged-in performances. Because we've seen a lot of unplugged things, right, from people's homes. This is going to be regular concert size performing from artists like Keith Urban and Migos and Usher and Bon Jovi. We have got Khalid, Sway Lee, maybe somebody else performing together. You may see Thomas Rhett on stage with somebody else as well, so you got to tune in. That's kind of the cool thing about it is some of the collaborations have been agreed on once everyone has gotten to Las Vegas in the past. You know, we don't always plan them all. Some of them come together at the last minute. You never know who's going to crash whose set. The other difference to this is it's a global event. You know, it's Sydney, it's LA, it's London, it's New York. It's cool stuff that you would not see anywhere else. So make sure you tune in. September 27th and 28th, 8/7 Central on the CW. You can see the iHeartRadio Music Festival 10th anniversary special.
The 10th annual iHeartRadio Music Fest airs at 8 p.m. Sunday and Monday on our sister station, the CW Baltimore. Now, can you guess if someone can sing just by looking at them? That's how a new show on Fox 45 works. The way the show I Can See Your Voice filmed during the pandemic. Also, fall is already here. Are you ready for it? We're talking to a lifestyle expert this morning who's sharing some of the hot items for this season.
This is BMORE Lifestyle.
This next segment is sponsored by Olay and Nivea as we make it through our first couple of days of fall. Josh McBride is joining us again with some real essentials. Josh, hey, how are you?
Good to be back with you.
Oh, thank you so much for joining us. So before we get into it, tell me about Simplified with Josh McBride and where can we find it?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find it at simplifywithjoshmcbride.com. But what it is the show that I created during this whole pandemic that was all about simplifying your life. So in our intro, we talk about that we analyze dozens of hours of pop culture content in an attempt to simplify the answers to some of life's most trending questions. So one of our episodes is on sleep, and we'll give you suggestions on products or things to help you sleep better. Another one is on having a barbecue in a socially distanced way and how to do so and what type of barbecue to use. We've gone through everything. Our next episode coming out is first dates, how to simplify those and what does that mean if you're not, it doesn't work well. The last episode we came out with was immunity and what to do to kind of keep your immune system high in this such a kind of hard time to be in. So it's a show that we really love. It's really entertaining. The pop culture references are probably the best part, where if you've watched TV or film over the last, 20 or so years, you'll get the references. You'll see Clueless, Never Been Kissed, Mean Girls, Boy Meets World, Full House, and so many more.
Oh, that's some of my favorites. I love those. Okay, now on to the products. What do you have for our skin in the changing season?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're not using retinol, I suggest it. And here's what I would suggest: the Olay Retinol 24 Night Moisture. It's fragrance-free, perfect for me because I don't like things too fragrant on my face, of course. This is a night moisturizer. It fits seamlessly into your night routine. So it's actually sells 2 jars every minute, so you know it's popular. It's the #1 selling retinol in the U.S. Has vitamin B3 in it. You can grab it at Olay or Olay.com. Under $30 there. Sorry, Olay.com on that one. And it's so great because you can just throw that into your routine right before you go to bed and wake up feeling refreshed and so seamless for men and women to do that, especially in these colder months.
Oh, okay. Now, what about for the home?
Yeah, so one more thing for the skin, for the body, actually. Nivea Essentially Enriched Body Lotion. I wish you could smell this here. So I put this on every day. So this is deep moisture serum and 2 times almond oil. It smells delicious. I wish you were here. Locking in moisture for up to 24 hours. This can be grabbed at mass retailers. Nourishing just after 1 application. So my hands feel great already. I know you were talking about home. Febreze has a new collection out. And I love this because it's called Light. So it's their Light collection, eliminating odors, of course, with not so much of a heavy perfume now. Got that light, fresh scent to it. It's really beautiful. They have 7 different product forms. So you've got bamboo, you've got the lavender, you've got the sea spray.
Wow.
It's water-based, so it's actually great. And it's you'll see it in stores as labeled as Febreze Air. Walmart.com, Target.com on there. The last one for the home, your executive producer and I are recently very obsessed with these. These are Nest New York candles. So many different scents. The one here you see is ocean, mist, and sea salt. They come in different sizes. This one is cedar, leaf, and lavender. Beautiful to put in your bedroom, to put in your living room. A lot of people are home now, staying home, so you want to make sure that ambiance there is great and smells delicious while you're there. That's at nestnewyork.com. Prices vary. They've got skincare, they've got diffusers, so many other things. nestnewyork.com.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Josh, for joining us. Those are some great products and great tips.
Thank you.
All right, so it's the first full day of fall, and that fall-like feeling has come and gone. Meteorologist Jonathan Myers is here now. Jonathan, when will those cool temperatures return?
Yeah, crazy. I mean, the last, 3-4 days, all the way since Saturday, we've been below average, highs in the 60s, lows near 40. And this morning, I went outside, took a couple of these pictures. You see the leaves are still green. This is some of the best weather in America, I'd say, right here in Baltimore. The flag just laying flat in the pictures here as the sun came up this morning. It's always a nice part about waking up early, doing this early morning shift. You see here on the HT radar, we've got rain that's down to our south and west, where the, I guess, the worst weather if you will, in America is down here across the Gulf Coast, and some of that is heading our way. So I guess enjoy this while we have it, because take a look. The remnants of Tropical Storm Beta are heading up the Ohio and Tennessee valleys, and look at this, by tomorrow, we're kind of on the edge of it, so we will see some more clouds that'll move in, and maybe even a shower chance as we get into later tomorrow, and especially south of the city towards the end of the weekend to the early weekend. So if you're going to take a walk or a run, maybe going to go down to the Inner Harbor on lunch break. I actually have some friends that they actually go rowing during their break. They work downtown and, go in the Inner Harbor. It's great. 74 degrees at noon, 3 p.m. temperature 77 and 78 at 5 p.m. If you're in those more rural areas and maybe you want to take a hike with the kids in between some of those studies that you're doing at home, noontime temperature at 74, 76 at 2, and 78 at about 4 p.m. And then looking ahead to this weekend, I want to let you know the fall colors just beginning to show. I know in my yard, I actually have a tree that has just like 10 red leaves on it right now. That's what we have going on here in Baltimore. But you head up towards the mountains, you actually have some pretty nice colors going, and those are going to start moving back toward Baltimore into mid-October. So it's only a couple of weeks away. Hour by hour forecast today starts in the 70s through our lunchtime and working to near 80. Should be at a high of, about 76 or so this time of year. We'll be at 79 tomorrow. Could see a stray late shower. Again, that's a beta remnants going just down to our south, and just a shower or two on Saturday, as well as into early Sunday, perhaps. Then actually, it looks like a nice warm up early next week before a cool down as we head into next weekend. All right, back over to you.
Thanks so much, Jonathan. We're just now learning a grand jury in Kentucky is scheduled to present its findings to a judge in the fatal shooting of Breonna Taylor at the hands of police officers who bursted into her home at night. An announcement says the report will be presented today at 1:15 in Frankfort. It comes as people await a decision from Kentucky's Attorney General on whether charges will be filed against Louisville police officers involved in the shooting. Also, switching gears now, guys. This season, the Masked Singer crew made some big changes. Because of the coronavirus, the production team worked its hardest to make sure the show kept its cinematic feel and not feel like a Zoom call. They started filming about a month ago, and the crew reached out to social media to pick virtual audience members, which means no people in the audience. The judges are also staying 6 feet apart. Another new twist. The judges will also be competing. For each performance, the judges Ken Jeong, Jenny McCarthy, Robin Thicke, and Nicole Scherzinger will make a guess. Their guesses will be then held onto, and the judge who has the most guesses will win the Golden Ear Trophy. Oh, wow, that's exciting. And people on social media are already talking about the new season, and they're making a few guesses of their own. Here's a look at some of the responses. Someone thinks that the baby alien is Jeff Dunham. Oh, that's a pretty good guess. And then there's a guess for Wendy Williams. I think people think she's going to be the Lips. And then there's another guess for Leanne Rimes. Any interesting, those are all kind of interesting guesses. That's pretty cool. The new show, I Can See Your Voice, asks a very important question. Can you tell if a singer is good or bad without ever hearing them sing a note? Each week, a contestant will be challenged to guess if a person can sing or not, just by looking at them. The cast filmed the show during the summer, and they also made some changes due to coronavirus restrictions. You know, generally speaking, when you have a show like this, you would have a live audience. You get the vibe from that live audience, and it actually enhances the show. The new series, I Can See Your Voice, starts tonight at 9 on Fox 45. And make sure you're watching The Masked Singer Season 4. It starts tonight at 8 right here on Fox 45. Time is running out for you to tell it. Do you know who is under the mask? Share your response at foxbaltimore.com/vote. Season 4 of The Masked Singer begins tonight at 8 right here on Fox 45, and there's a whole new cast to guess, 16 of them. The season filmed during the pandemic, and of course, the entire singing cast wears masks. In the past season, we've seen tons of big names under those masks, like Patti LaBelle, Wayne Brady, and even Paul Schaefer. The Masked Singer airs tonight right here on Fox 45 at 8. Now it's your turn to tell it. Do you have a prediction on who might be one of the contestants on The Masked Singer this season? Well, here are the results. Okay, so right now it looks like a three-way tie between Wendy Williams, Neil Patrick Harris, and Peyton Manning. Wow. Well, you guys stay tuned and we shall see. And we've got a great show lined up for tomorrow. I'll get back to spilling the tea, and we're also taking a look at how we react to opposing views. We can sometimes feel passionate if someone doesn't share our views. Eric Rittmeyer is back and shares how we became an outrage culture.
Find out how to have your business featured on BMORE Lifestyle. Email us at bmorelifestyletv@foxbaltimore.com.
So thank you guys for joining us today. Now, we had a lot of great guests, and we had some awesome guesses about The Masked Singer that's coming on tonight. So I can't wait to see if we're going to see if Wendy Williams or any of these celebrities are going to be here. Baltimore, as usual, thank you for joining us. Remember, stay strong. See you tomorrow.